Pageant patrons, everyone is riding the MMD Express. People are still talking about her on social media, and she is making her rounds on the news, and she is really doing her thing. I received a comment like this, and you know I just had to talk about it. That's the problem with the result of this year's Miss Universe. MMD is more popular, recognized, and admired than the winner. It's a pity. After reading a couple of comments like that, I have to admit, I kind of chuckled a little bit, kind of laughed a little bit, because it is so very true. Michelle D didn't even win, and yet we're talking more about her than the new Miss Universe 2023. Now, granted, I believe some of that notoriety was because of the way she handled herself with the Thai owner in that mishap. Go watch my video about that. And then, I believe that when people saw that and they saw how, and they remembered how well that she was prepared, how well she handled herself during the whole Miss Universe and only making the top 10, I think that did catapult MMD to more notoriety than probably the winners. But there's also a couple of other reasons. And she got that notoriety because, one, she was simply prepared for Miss Universe. And when I say she was prepared, we all know that she practiced her pasarela. She posted pictures on Instagram and all of that. So you can go see that. Two, her stylings. If you look at her her evening gown, if you look at her makeup, everything was on point. If you looked at all of her outfits, you would see that I believe that they were designed for her. And if not, I know she had a hand in picking them. And most of the outfits flattered her to a T. She was prepared. Second thing is, she's authentic. And for me, this simply goes to her advocacy, because I think it was some autistic students, some autistic people, and they were just saying, good luck, Michelle, or good luck, Ate. How cute is that? But more importantly, it was an advocacy that she had been involved in. And then on top of that, when I say, and it's even more authentic because you got to see her around her brothers. And I don't care who you are. For most Filipinos that I know, well, not even most, for all of the Filipinos that I know personally, family is huge. And I think to be able to see that around her brothers, and her advocacy involves them, I can't think of anything else that is more authentic than you being around your family and loving your family. And then us as the public, we get to see that. And I absolutely love that. So it's her authenticity. I think the third reason why we like her is simply that that Bayanihan spirit showed why we liked her. And here's what I mean by that. So many Filipinos voted for her. And I say Filipinos, but we all know that they're, I'm not Filipino, obviously, but I voted for Michelle D. But so many people voted for Michelle D, including Filipinos. And so what happened was you have so many people that were flocking to her for whatever reason. It was something that they liked about her. So when I say that Bayanihan spirit, I'm not strictly talking about only Filipinos. I think there are other people out there that liked Michelle D. And I think, again, for whatever reason. And so when you combine that Bayanihan spirit, all of us, there was something about her that drew us to her. And so that's why I say the Bayanihan spirit. And then the last one is probably, I say grace under fire. When I say grace under fire, we all know the incident with the Thai owner. But the way that she handled that, even though, I felt a cough coming. Even though she felt, or you can tell that maybe she felt a little bit uncomfortable, she was classy. She never got out of character. And she was truly graceful. And if you watched it, she didn't even say anything. She just said, I think she was just something like, thank you so much, whatever. But that's literally all she said before she was rushed from in front of the camera. For me, it doesn't really matter what you think. That's just my opinion. But I can tell you that anytime that the quote unquote loser is talked about more than the winner, then we've got to look at the quote unquote loser. And if you really think about it, who was the loser? And it certainly was not Michelle D. She may have lost the Miss Universe crown, but look at how much more she has gained. And when I say loser, I just simply mean that she did not win the Miss Universe 2023. So please make no mistakes. I'm just using that to make a point. Make no mistakes about it. Michelle D is definitely no loser. As a matter of fact, she's probably more of a winner than anybody would probably know. So that's my analysis of that. Let me know what you guys think, and I really do appreciate you guys watching. Peace.